Hey y'all, it's Amanda with Tap Mom and the Baby Brigade. Hope everybody's having a good Friday evening. It's okay here. I'm alright. I don't think I took B12 today. I forgot because I ate so late. I usually like to have food in my stomach when I take it, and I completely forgot because I slept like late. I was up and down sleeping. And so, anyway, I forgot my B12, my vitamins today. But I'm still in a decent mood. I just, my right arm and shoulder have been really hurting me the last 2 days. And so I hadn't got a lot of crocheting done. It happens sometimes. I overused it with that blanket, and I've been paying the price. I have some arthritic ointment that I've been putting on it, plus ibuprofen, alternating ibuprofen and Aleve. And I did take a tramadol one day to lay down after, because that kind of makes me sleepy. So, and took a nap one evening. Yes, I think it was yesterday evening, maybe day before. I don't remember, because my pain in my arm was just that bad. It's been pretty bad. It's a little better today, but it's still giving me trouble. But I don't know. And of course, I hadn't got around to dyeing my hair because, well, I kind of need my right arm for that. And when it's hurting, you don't want to be, working it out. I've been doing my stretches that I got from the physical therapist earlier this year when I went. He gave me a set of stretches that I could do, and usually that helps, but for some reason it hadn't been helping that much. So I'm not sure why, but maybe it's just because it just needed to rest more than it needed to stretch. But the stretches have been helping some, but not like I needed it to. I think rest is probably what I needed to do more. But anyway, I did do a little bit of crocheting after I caked up one of these hanks last night. My oldest son and his lady friend went out back to smoke, and they came back in, and because I don't allow smoking in my house, and they came back in just as I had my little Swift. I have a little Swift, and then my ball winder here on the table, and I was caking up one of these that I just bought from Mary Maxim earlier this month, and they were like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, caking up some yarn. And so I explained it to her that this was the bougie yarn. And she's like, "Oh, okay." I said, "But I got it at a good deal. It was only $5 and something when I bought it." And so that's why I bought some of these, because it was normally they're very expensive yarn. But I think that's what I bought 4 of them. And so I caked one up instead. I still have 3. So I'm only caking it up as I go, because from what I understand, it stretches the yarn if you do it ahead of time. I don't know, but this is the little cake. This is what it looks like when it's caked up. And I hadn't, it's been over a year since I did that other Cakes and Candles shawl by Krista at the Secret Yarnery. So I had to go back and look at the tutorial and get back, and relearn it basically. But, and this yarn is thin. I think this is maybe even thinner than a 3-weight. It's really thin and splitty. But I did, because I don't think this would have worked with my clover. But I did find that I had bought these. I don't remember when I bought these. I bought these at Hobby Lobby not too long ago. I bought 2, and hold on, let me get this other one off the table. And I tried using, this is a 6mm, but this hook has a defect in the hook part itself. Right in here, there's like a little defect in the metal, and it snags the yarn. It doesn't, like, you know, flow through the hook like it's supposed to. It just it grabs and snags the yarn every time you go through it. And so it was like less than $3. It was like a $3 hook. So you know what happens with $3 hooks that are, you know, bad. That won't, I tried to use some sandpaper on it, but it's metal, and so I don't know. It was $3. So I don't know. I may give it to my oldest son and see if he's able to do anything with it. But for $3, I'll probably just throw it away. But this one doesn't have the same defect in it. This one's smooth. This one's fine. And this is a 5mm. And it's got this big long handle on it that is really nice. And it really helps with the carpal tunnel and this tiny yarn. Now this yarn is super fiddly because it kind of splitty, and it's skinny yarn, and I'm not used to working with skinny yarn, but I really want this shawl. So this is probably going to take me a while to do. This is what I got so far. This is how it's working up. It's going to take me a while, but it's because it's kind of bunching up a little bit, but I figure once I get some length on it, it'll stretch it out a little better. But yeah, so this is what I've got so far. But the pattern came right back to me after I was doing it a little while, because I had it memorized. I watched a tutorial over and over again until I had it memorized the first time out, because it's a pretty simple pattern. And she's an excellent teacher. That tutorial is excellent. The Cakes and Candles shawl, I will link it in the description, because it's so excellent. And she's just really good teacher. And so it's, you know, I hadn't been crocheting very long when I did it the first time. So obviously it's pretty simple. But I love shells, and I love this pattern. And then I found, of course, one of you all had mentioned that there's a Cakes and Candles blanket. And I was like, ooh. Ooh. And so I did find that and save it to my saved playlist for my tutorial playlist that I have saved. So I will probably do that at some point, because I do think that would be really beautiful. And I did watch that tutorial. You know, watch most of that tutorial just to see if it was something I could do, you know. And she starts it off a lot different than this. Just the way she has to start it off is quite a bit different, but it's doable. It's totally doable. But this project, and this little cake here, this would be a long-term project, simply because this yarn is really splitty and really fiddly, and I have carpal tunnel, so it's going to take a while to do this. And I got something in the mail that really upset me, because I ordered this, because y'all may not know this about me, but I really like Shark Week. I'm like Cindy with Pups at Crochet also loves Shark Week. Diet Mountain Dew. But she and I both love Shark Week. And that's one of the things she and I share, is we love Shark Week. And so I had ordered this real stretchy headband from Amazon, hoping that I could wear this in a Shark Week themed video during Shark Week next month. And Shark Week is like the July 23rd through the 30th. I looked it up on Google. And then I got this in the mail, and I was all excited about my headband. This is too big for my head. It slides right off my head. It's just too big. And it has this spot right here where you could take it apart and then cut some out and then sew it back together, but I don't have a sewing machine. And and we don't want to talk about my sewing skills. I don't have any. I don't. But so I really don't. I paid $8 for this, and I can't do anything with it. I'm really upset. But what am I do? You know, look at those sharks. It's so cool. This would have been really cool to be able to wear. But now I mean, I could wear it on my wrist, you know, I could do that. Whoop-de-woo. That's not what I had planned. So that really, you know, bummed me out a little bit. I didn't want to wear it on my wrist. I wanted to wear it on my head. That was the plan. And then I had a long time project that had been sitting in a bag in my British Union Jack flag bag. I've had this project bag for a while. I got it off Amazon a long time ago, but I like the British flag. But this is some yarn that I have quite a bit of that I was kind of holding, and this is the only 3-weight yarn I own, with the exception of apparently this. Apparently this is probably 3-weight too, even though they advertised it as 4-weight yarn. I called bogus on that. But this is Premier's Bamboo Joy yarn, and this is definitely 3-weight. And I said, well, if this works, this hook works on that, surely it will work on this, because honestly, this is about the same weight, same as this. Let me see here. Yeah, it's actually, I think this is a little thicker. Let me deal with that plastic. But let me see if I can get them side by side and show you. But see, this is the same. It's really the same. Yeah, now that I hold it between both fingers, this is the same thickness. It really is. And I had a big old granny square in this yarn. This I think is like 2 skeins, I think. Yeah, this is because this was part of a 3-pack, and so this is like 2 skeins that I just took. I frogged a big old granny square that I had done with a 4mm hook, and I don't know how I managed to get it as big as it was. I guess because I had done it over a long stretch of time, and it had just, you know, but I frogged it because I didn't want to have it in a 4mm hook size anymore. But I'm not sure exactly what I'll do with this. I love this bamboo yarn, I really do. And Bamboo Joy is no longer. This is discontinued yarn. This is 328 yards, 300 meters, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams. This is 50% rayon from bamboo and 50% acrylic. So, and this colorway is called Princess Pink. And I actually do have, I think, about 6 more skeins of this over there in my boxes, my totes. So I have more of this. So I could, if I could manage to get my carpal tunnel to cooperate with me, I could make myself a top out of this. Because if y'all, I mean, some of y'all probably already know that bamboo is really a cooling, it has a cooling effect. It stays cool. You know, it doesn't you know, generate the heat that a full 100% acrylic does. And you know, I don't know, but I'm gonna have to I just don't, this is not feasible in this huge ball like this. So what I'm gonna do is put it in my yarn bowl and then put my ball winder on the table and just cake it up, because this is really not this is not feasible here. This is not workable here in this huge humongous ball like this. So but I'm gonna go ahead and put it in little cakes, rather than work with it in this big ball like this. But I'm gonna figure out, I don't know if I'll make it into a shawl or a top, but I'm gonna keep it and try to work with it now that I feel like I have a hook that will let me. So I'm gonna try to anyway, because I really like it. I really like this yarn, and I don't want to give it up just simply because it's 3-weight, and I haven't been working with any 3-weights. But this, I'm going to put myself to the test with this, and because there's so many beautiful yarns that are in 3-weight, and I feel like I'm completely missing out because I don't buy DK. I don't buy DK because you know, typically it hurts me to use it. It hurts my arms, my shoulders, everything to use it. But that's when I use my clover hooks. So by switching to this hook, maybe it was a hook issue all the time. I don't know. It's worth a shot, right? So I'm going to be caking this up rather than dealing with it in this humongous ball, because that's a lot of yarn. But and then I'm going to try for a top or something with it, because I have enough. You know, I bought 9 balls of it when I bought it, skeins. I bought 9 skeins of it back last year when I bought it. I bought 9 skeins of that color and 9 skeins of the blue, and I ended up giving the blue to Cheryl in a yarn swap. And so, but I really like that pale pink. I don't know why, but I do. So I'm going to try to make me something with it. If all I do is end up making a shawl with it, then that's just, you know, that is what it is. Or maybe a poncho. You know, I thought about maybe making 2 really big granny stitch shawls, and then putting them together for a poncho or something like that. You know, I thought about doing that, or a poncho blouse or something. I don't know yet, but I'll just have to get it together and just play with it and see what I can do playing with it. I know that my arm still hurts, so I'm trying to give my arm some more break, you know, some more rest before I start really getting in on the crochet again, because it's, you know, that's I don't want to, you know, cause myself pain. But and I have muscle relaxers. I have to have a muscle relaxer at night, because I get these little knots all along my lower back. If I don't take a muscle relaxer with my nightly medicine, I get little quarter-sized knots all along my lower back if I'm not taking it. But I have extras if I need them, and so I might take an extra tonight for my arm and see if that doesn't help. But it feels like someone has it squeezing it. And my shoulder is real hard right now. It's just real hard. So I don't know. I'm just going to try to stretch it out some more too. Do some more stretches and see if that doesn't help. Resting and stretches is all I'm trying to do with it. If it hadn't been hurting, I probably would have got further with this. But it's interesting that the transition in the colors, though. I'm thinking this is black. This looks black. I don't know. Yeah, that's definitely black, I think. I wanted to think it was dark blue, but it's black. There's black in this yarn. But it's pretty though. It's interesting how it came out all in one, and you know, all together, like it transitioned like that. That's interesting how it transitioned like that. It's really interesting how it did that. So I'm interested to see how this but I got, you know, this I want to say it's like 220 yards per 210 yards per hank. So this is 210 yards, so that's 440 yards altogether. So, no, I'm sorry. Lord, my math is messed up. 640 yards. No, 840 yards. I'll be fine. Yeah, it's a lot. 840 yards. So, that should be enough for this shawl. It should be big enough. With the 800 yards should make it big enough. I don't know about it, but the fact that it's superwash merino, and it says worsted superwash wool and nylon. It ain't worsted. Trust me, it ain't worsted. It's 3-weight at best, if not thinner. So I already go on their website and leave them a review and tell them, no, this is not worsted yarn. Not even a little. Not even a little. Not when you can hold it up to a known 3 weight and it be, you know, the same thickness or thinner. It is super, super splitty. So, you know, it is what it is. But I really want that shawl in that yarn. So, we do what we must when we want something, right? But it, like I said, it may take me a month or so to get it done because of my arm. But I will get it done eventually. I will show y'all my progress when I get some more rows done, you know, or when I get through this cake. I will show y'all the progress, and then I'll cake up another hank and go from there. But it is what it is, and I'm going to try to enjoy the process, even though that, you know, the yarn is like it is. But it really pretty when I get done with it. I know that it'll be really pretty. And it's, like I said, it's kind of crinkly. You know, it's not, you know, it's one of those things that it may need blocking when I'm done. I don't know. I've never been one of those people that blocked things, but it may need blocking. But I may just wash it and then find something to lay it out on and just, you know, lay it flat on something and then just kind of stretch it and then put things on the ends of it and call that blocking. You know, something like that. You know, just lay it on something, like, I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I don't typically block things. I don't typically use yarn that needs blocking. But being that it's wool, it might need a little blocking. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens with it. But I did want to come on and let y'all know that I'm okay, that my arm is hurting me and I'm having to take it a little easier than I'm used to doing. And I did mean to do my hair, but that didn't happen because, well, my arm's hurting. And I don't have anyone else to do my hair for me. So it doesn't happen around here. I'm the only one that does anything like that for myself. But John and I did go to the store today and we bought some fruit. I found some peaches being one of my top favorites. And they finally had some softer peaches. And I like the softer peaches. I don't like them when they're too hard. And so they had some yellow peaches. And so I got some peaches. And then they did have yellow mangoes, which I like the golden yellow mangoes. I discovered them last year that they're really good for inflammation. And so I bought some. They had some in a little net like bag in like 4. So I like those mangoes over the other mangoes. They have a different flavor. It's kind of an acquired taste. But I discovered they were on sale at Brookshire's last year, a local grocery store named Brookshire's. And I kept getting them, and then I kept realizing that it was making me feel good. I was like, why are they making me feel good? And then it dawned on me, you know, maybe there's something to that. So I looked it up, and sure enough, those particular mangoes help with inflammation. And I was like, well, all right then. And so I just kept getting them and eating them until they weren't on sale anymore, until I couldn't find them anymore. And so when I found them today, I was pretty excited. I was looking forward to that. Only downside is I could only find 4 of them. So I'll have to check Brookshire's this week and see if they have any, because that's where I got them last year. And Brookshire's produce is usually way better than Walmart produce. They take pride in their produce department, unlike our Walmart that don't. They really don't. So anyway, but we did get some stuff to make tacos. Johnny made tacos, and then we'll make spaghetti in the next day or two, probably Sunday. We'll make spaghettis probably Sunday or Monday. And tomorrow I'm just going to get out by myself and go just ride around and just, you know, do mom for a little while. I haven't been able to do that. Everywhere I go, I have John with me, and so I just need to get out and just do me for a little bit. And I may, you know, depending on how my arm feels, I may take some crochet with me and my tripod and set up somewhere and you know, shoot a little small video of just crocheting, and I may go down to the boat launch, or not the, what is that? There's a little area by the river that I can go sit at a picnic table and crochet and set up a tripod and just have a sit and chat with y'all. And so I'll try to do that and enjoy the outdoors a little bit if the heat's not too bad. It depends on how bad the heat is and what time of day I go. But I slept kind of late today, so I don't know if I'm gonna be up late again tonight, which I usually am. Still watching Supernatural. I think I'm on season 3. So, and there was 15 seasons, so I got a long way to go. But if I keep talking, it's going to take forever to upload this video. So I'm going to let y'all go for now. Please know that I love y'all, and so does Jesus. Please adopt, don't shop. Your best friend could be waiting for you at the shelter or the rescue, and I will see y'all again soon. Bye.